Hi, Nursing 6818. We're into week number 11. And as we begin to wind down in the course, we're going to start looking at how is health actually evaluated? How do we evaluate our health promotion and prevention plans, which actually ties into just general care that occurs in the outpatient setting. Your objectives this week are to really do an internal focus on how you actually do this. So, for your understanding, do you understand the purpose and need of health promotion plans of care? Why are they necessary? Why are we doing them? Why did you have to learn everything that you learned over the last 10 weeks? Do you know the difference between formative, outcomes based, and impact evaluation processes? Are you able to state the differences in plans of care that address promoting health, managing chronic disease, and actually preventing disease occurrences? Because there are differences in these plans of care, but ultimately they will all lead to one thing: quality of life. Number four, I understand that how I approach the health promotion and prevention can impact unintentional bias in what I do for patients. So, looking at this particular outcome, are you able to look at yourself and find your own biases? Reflect back on some of the discussions that you have posted to. Do you have anything showing to any of your peers that could be a bias in how you view something? And could you translate that unintentionally to a patient? And can you evaluate a health promotion plan of care for appropriate interventions and assess for need for revision? So these are your objectives this week. And we're going to be engaging in a couple of activities to see if you can actually do these. Your readings this week are very simple. Pender's chapter is all about evaluation. Rand this is more of a stronger perspective of evaluation plans, more from a community-based perspective, but giving you that understanding of what actually goes into them. What is an evaluation plan and why do you need to do it? It is a very quick, easy read, but it helps you understand why they have to go in place and what you should be doing. Then the last one are types of evaluation in health promotion and disease prevention programs. And this kind of ties back into the Rand Gruber's, but is a little bit more simple to understand. Your supplemental reading, there's a new one I added that's called How Do Patients Evaluate the Care Experience? Because this ultimately relates back into patient satisfaction, which we all know is generating a lot of talk in the industry and also making us question, are we really doing the right type of evaluation from a federal standard to actually determine if good care is given or not? Are patients the ones that really hold the knowledge of what is best care, or are healthcare providers the ones that do that? So these are questions that you'll see come up in this particular article. I do have it as supplemental. It is a really good article, though. And then more evaluation, research, and measurement is another one that just expands the thinking just a little bit broader. I've got some quick verbs here. I've got a link here into an HSI document that is very informative and actually talks about these things called quality measures and what quality measurement am I going to need to meet and how is that going to affect my reimbursement as a care provider. It's a quick read. It actually is more of a glance over. It has some really nice tables in that to give you an understanding of how you might be evaluated in your care practices as you get out there and start working. You're getting engaged this week in a CLT that's called Spa Day. And Spa Day is about synthesis, planning, and the act of doing. You've already done the synthesis over this entire course. Now you're going to start planning, and your plan is about helping each other. So I've given you some really clear instructions here on what you're going to be doing. You need to be looking at trying to help each other because you guys are the best experts that I could possibly want to help each other and to help patients become better and become healthy. So for this CLT, I'm asking you to go ahead and share with your group a song or a music video. Now, you just can't share any type of song or music video. You have to choose one that its aim and purpose is to reduce stress and that it emotes and promotes a sense of peace, happiness, and relaxation to the recipient, not to you, but to the person who you are going to share it with. So this is not as easy as it sounds. It's like, oh, I can just go choose my favorite video and post it. But is your favorite video going to have the same effect on another person? Those people in your group? So one of your objectives was being able to put together a plan and evaluate that plan, and is it effective or not? So to do that, you have to be thinking about your group members, and you have learned a lot about each other over the last several weeks. So you have to take into account what elements you've learned about each other. And each person is a little bit different. So you have to really look at these differences that you've learned about each other and choose just that right video to share. Remember that this video is not what you may personally want, but what would be best for your CLT as a whole. Once you have that figured out, go ahead and upload your video and then provide a paragraph to your CLT members about why you chose this song for them and what you hope they achieve by listening and watching it. I've added a page that opened up this morning, and this is for your CLT poster paper that you are doing as your group. When you first open your modules page, this is located at the very, very top of your modules page, and this is a discussion for you to engage in with the colleagues in your CLT to discuss how you would like to facilitate out doing this project. It's where you can share resources. It allows you to go ahead and upload documents to each other. So this is called the Collaborated Communicating Place for your CLT groups, posters, and paper. So you can share things back and forth to each other here, and hopefully this will work for you guys. If it doesn't, please let me know. Moving back into that assignment that is due next week, this is a group assignment, and for this particular one, I've got your objectives written, which are going to develop a health promotional poster that is going to be used as an ad campaign. You guys get to determine what the topic is going to be. Choose a facilitator or somebody to help keep it all on track. Remember that each member needs to be responsible for their role in the project, be professionally accountable, and that each person has an equal voice in the group, and that you need to be respectful when critique is being given that may be adverse to something you may have developed. Remember, the intent is to produce a product that you all feel is really, really good. So you're going to have to research and answer questions first, which I'm going to show you on the next slide. You can divide these up among your group members. Then you're going to design and develop a health promotion poster based upon your answers to your questions. So your questions, you have about 7 different categories. You've got what is your issue, what is the population you're going after, what is the intervention that you want to apply to help the health issue that you identify, the literacy level, what special needs do you need to consider for the population, the lifestyle preference, and then the overall goal of the poster. So again, you can divide these up. You do need to have a reference page. It does need to be in correct APA formatting. And the poster itself, really be creative with this. Think outside the box. I've listed here the elements that you need to have on your poster. You need to have a title on the poster. You have to be able to identify what the health issue is and demonstrate the significance of it with numbers. Make sure that you're demonstrating who this target population is. This can be done in numerous ways. You guys will make the decision on what you want to do. And what is the intervention? Make sure that you can identify this to the population and how they're going to use it. Identify in the poster how to overcome barriers related to using and engaging in the intervention. Now, I've got a poster down here at the bottom that says this week's drinking and driving specials. This is satire, but it's very powerful. And however you decide to do your poster, it needs to correlate to the population that you're trying to reach. So you can use satire in your poster if you want to, but make sure it's appropriate to the age group that you're trying to reach out to. And then you're going to provide resources or a resource on your poster for viewers to be able to validate the information that you're sharing with them. So for those statistics that you're talking about, over 1.6 million people develop diabetes every year. Just link it to the website, where people can go to look at it, and just provide that on your poster. Be creative and really have some fun with this. If you have questions, please let me know. Remember to have fun. This is your time to show that you are able to go ahead and put together a plan in the form of a poster that is health promotion. And your quote for the week: it's not about perfect, it's about effort. And when you bring that effort every single day, that's where transformation happens. That's how change occurs. You are the change agents of the future. See you online.